What's going on, everybody? It's Core here, and today welcome to the last video of the year, which coincidentally enough happens to be story time. So therefore, welcome to story time episode 6. So I'm not gonna waste any time boring you with any of the stuff that I usually do. So without further ado, let's just get straight in. Our story begins in the spring of 2018. So it's chronologically right after story time 5, the last episode. What the hell happened here? Well, this story follows on from that. So, there was this girl in my school. At the time, I was in the sophomore year and she was in the junior year. I apologize for my voice, by the way. She was in the, not in the junior year. She was in the freshman year. And our classrooms were on the same floor, and I saw her a couple times. And, she seemed kind of pretty. Let's call her Darcy. So, anyway, I had taken notice of Darcy, shall I say, and, she seemed kind of nice. That was about it. I found her Instagram out. I followed her, but didn't really expect anything else to happen after that. After that, however, I somehow, through some mutual friends, managed to meet her cousin, and it was a really strange moment. Like, her cousin introduces herself to me, and she asks me what school I go to, and I say, yeah, I go to that school, and she's like, oh yeah, you know Darcy? I'm like, yeah, I know Darcy. Why? And she says, oh, she's my cousin. And I was like, oh, interesting. Afterwards, me and her cousin, Darcy's cousin, obviously, we had become really good friends, and I told her, hey, I kind of used to like Darcy, but at the time I had a girlfriend and then some other flings as well, and it was, it was shoved to the sideline. Darcy was shoved to the sideline, basically, in this meantime, until the spring of 2019, when Darcy finally showed up when me and her cousin and some of our other friends went out. Darcy finally decided to show up. And we met, and it was a really strange experience. Like, I used to like this person, and now I'm meeting them, First impression of Darcy was nice. She was funny. She was good at conversations and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. We went out with Darcy once, and then we went out again with some other mutual friends, and I didn't expect anything else to happen after that. Then one time I was out with my friends and it started raining outside, so we went to shield ourselves from the rain somewhere, and I turn on data on my phone and I see that Darcy had sent me a photo on Instagram, and it was a picture of her, and I was like, okay then. So we kind of started talking again, and then we went out again, once again with a bunch of our friends, and two of my friends that I had introduced to Darcy and her cousin, they were sitting next to me, and there was at one point when we were out, Darcy asked me to smile, and I'm like, why would I do that? I don't like to smile that much. She keeps asking me to smile, and eventually she tells me, oh, you've gone blush, and I was like, oh no. And then I asked my friends, like, hey, was she, did you guys notice anything in Darcy? And they were like, yeah, she was looking at you, she was eyeing you the whole time. And I was like, okay, let's make this happen, I suppose. After that, I finally get the gumption to ask Darcy out on a date. We had flirted for long enough, and we had went out with our friends for long enough. So we decided to go out. Well, I decided to invite her out on a date, and the date went just fine. Obviously it went just fine. And a couple days later, she leaves for vacation for a week, and that took a lot of patience, but eventually she came back and we saw each other a couple times again. And then after the last time we saw each other, she starts to ghost me, and I get concerned, like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And eventually that ghosting went on for like a week, and I was like, okay, that's enough. And I messaged Darcy, and I'm like, you got some explaining to do, man. While she was typing out her explanation, I get added to the birthday surprise group chat that I mentioned in Storytime 5. So yes, that's when this happened. So Darcy took her sweet time to message why she wants to break this off. And we didn't actually start dating. I want to clarify that. We were supposed to, but then this calamity happened and we didn't start dating. So she explains how basically she lost her feelings, but it wasn't my fault that she did that. She was just the kind of person, I don't exactly remember what she said, but she was apparently the kind of person that gets bored of something very quickly. I don't know. But, you know, I was fine with it, honestly. I was like, okay, thank you for telling me on time. And that was about it. We're on good terms now. We're not on speaking terms, but we're on good terms. If we see each other in public, we'll say hi and so on. And I'm still friends with her cousin to this day. But, you know, it was an interesting experience how, if you had told 2018 me that a year later I was gonna date that person that I kinda liked in the hallway, I would have never believed you. Hence why the story time is named It's a Small World. So that's about it for this episode of Storytime. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you all a happy new year, and 2020 is going to be so much better than this year in terms of content. There's going to be so many amazing videos for you guys coming, and even though 2019 wasn't exactly an eventful year, I'm on my way to 200 subscribers, and we're going to get there eventually. So just subscribe and like this video, and keep supporting the channel. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Twitter and on Twitch. Links will be in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!